YouTube. It is cold and windy up here on the dike. Yes, you saw the title right. We're up here on July 25th of this year, July 25th of 2020. A bunch of bicyclists will be invading in town for the annual bike ride, sponsored by the Des Moines Register, which they call RAGBRAI. RAGBRAI is short for Register's annual Great Bike Ride across Iowa. And it starts in the western state of Iowa in a random city, and it usually ends in a random river town along the Mississippi River here. This year, Clinton was chosen for the first time in over, I would say, 12 years, maybe longer, maybe shorter. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments down below. Basically, but yeah, it's been a long time since RAGBRAI has come to an end here in Clinton, and it's been a buzz for the last 24 hours. I'm filming this on January 26th. The announcement happened last night on the 25th. It was a live Facebook feed. Basically, it was a live Facebook feed of the announcement. So if I'm able to put a link in the iCard, I'll try to put it in the iCard. If not, I'll put it in the description down below. You guys can check it out. If you guys there'll be a lot of bicyclists across the state of Iowa, across the United States, and there's some bicyclists around the world signs up for this bike ride. That happens in usually about mid to late July. That's usually the end of the time. Hey, we got video bombers today. And that. So, yeah, go and check it out, because I tell you what, July, it'll be a lot warmer than it is now. I'll show you where they're planning to dip the tires at if they're choosing to use this park to end their bike ride. I don't see why not, because last couple times I watched this event, they have ended up here on the riverfront up here. Usually an old boat ramp here at one time. But last time they had it, it was a boat ramp up there. So let's head up to that boat ramp right now. Alright, so this summer, this July 25th, where this bike ride comes to an end, if they choose to end it right here at this location, will be this boat ramp right here. Last time RAGBRAI was in town, this is where they dipped their tires into the Mississippi River. Actually, this is the backwaters of the Mississippi River. This is the back slough area. The main channel is that way. But this is where they dip their tires, or in some cases, some people will throw their bikes into the river. Say they're glad the bike ride is over. Okay, I forgot to mention the starting point. This year, the starting point is not happening on the Missouri River. Usually starts at this town along the Missouri River. That's where they dip their tires into that river, and they ride their bikes across, and they dipped it into the tires into the Mississippi River, where it ends. Like I said, this is the first time in quite a long time that RAGBRAI has ended here in town. It'll be a happening. It'll be a busy time. The routing, I'm pretty sure it's going to be about the same as they come to town as it was before. I'm guessing on that. Keep my fingers crossed, because that goes past where we live. So we might film a couple of early people coming to town, but the peak time of arrival to this boat ramp a few years ago was between 12 noon and 2 p.m. So the most of the riders will be in town during that time period. But they usually start in at about 6 o'clock in the morning. So the early risers will always be in town first. Will they stay in town? Yes and no. It all depends on how they do their partying afterwards. Okay, everybody's familiar with our campground here in Clinton. You've probably seen it in our drone flights and that. It was not set up the way it was last time RAGBRAI was in town. If I remember correctly, and I remember vividly, just about, where the campground was set up like 2 rows of, looks like street parking. That's how the campground was set up originally. 2, maybe 3 rows of camping. It was set up like a parking lot type campground. Then after that, they remodeled to its current state. So last time we were here, we were standing in a spot where it had like a beer tent here, where that trailer is sitting right there. That's where Dang Brothers Fire Truck Pizza where they had a pizza oven on the back end of a fire truck, and Dang Brothers is out of San Diego, California. They were contracted at the time to do RAGBRAI of all the stops. And they brought their fire truck here, and it had awesome wood fire pizza. That's what brought up Kelly Girls to bring up the idea, way she did it, basically. So, and they had a couple other vendors, food vendors here, but don't know if they're going to have any local food vendors here, like Holly's Dog, Kelly Girls, Wood Fire Pizza. The local beer distributor will always have a beer set up someplace, but they may not do it in this main campground now because of it's all rearranged since last time RAGBRAI was here. So they might set up here in the parking lot by the stadium, but the Lumber Kings are home that night too. But time 5 o'clock hits, most of them are shutting down anyway because the big ridership is winding down. The partying are beginning over there. Will they allow camping, tent camping? Probably not in this particular campground because I don't think they allow tent camping here anyway. It's mostly this is an RV park mainly. Last time they did tent camping with RAGBRAI, it was over there by the fountain area. So they might designate that as overnight camp camping for the ones who want to camp out for their final night before heading home on Sunday. They're arriving on Saturday. So it all depends. Now, we know there's a park rule, and park is closed at 11 p.m. and now we open until 5 a.m. Will they exempt this rule? I hope so. They exempt it because there'll be too many people on the riverfront anyway, partying up a storm after the big long bike ride. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention this. Once again, I'm lacking on this. This year's bike ride, like I said, is not starting on the Missouri River. It's starting in Storm Lake, Iowa. No. Is this Storm Lake, Iowa? I'll look it up when I get home. Right now, we're on our way home. We'll just finish this video at home. We'll probably do one more clip down here. I'm only guessing they're going to do the setup for the RAGBRAI over here in the parking lot instead of over here. But like I said, then they may not even choose this location. They could choose to go up to the north end of town where we had the holiday train this past winter. Just a few months ago, we had the holiday train. So they might do it up there easily because that boat ramp up there is more towards the channel. But then when you have people doing stupid stunts, like diving into the rivers and that, they don't want to do it up there because the current is too strong up there. So you want to be able to do it down here for safety reasons. And that's probably why they want to do it down here. And that's probably best they do it down here. Okay, like I said, we're on our way home. Alright, home. Hey, hi Angie.
Hello YouTube.
Are you surprised about the RAGBRAI coming to town?
Yep.
Yep. So it's going to be a very interesting video. Like I said, it all depends on the weather. If we'll film with the GoPro if we have to. If it rains, we'll film with the GoPro. But then there's going to be other stuff that's going to be it could affect the video too. It's going to be outside commitments outside of YouTube, basically, that could affect. But we'll give you as much highlights we can when they do. If the route stays where it was quite a few years ago, last time we was in town, they will go right past our place. Basically, that was there's a street out here that goes right past here, and we can film out there as the bicycles comes in. But our main goal will be down there where they dip the tires or throw the bikes into the that back slough area, like I showed you earlier in this video. All right. So, like I said, I'll leave as much information on the RAGBRAI, right?
Yeah, you guys, and I've shared the links to the ones that have Chuck and I as a friend.
On Facebook?
I'll share the links.
Okay. I will put some of those links in the description down below, or if not in the iCard, but mostly will be in the description box down below this video screen. For the ones that leaves in the description box and that. I haven't used that for a while. So we'll put it all in the description box if I don't put something in the iCard. Alright?
Yep.
Okay, hate to end this video on sad news as we're filming this. I know you guys are going to be commenting on it anyway. We have received word and heard all over Facebook and the news and all that stuff that former NBA superstar, Laker great Kobe Bryant has passed away, and one of his daughters was involved in a helicopter accident crash where they basically took all 5 lives away. So our thoughts and prayers with the Kobe Bryant family. It was a shocker that we heard. It was just not the news we wanted to hear or tell you about. But if you're an NBA fan, during the day when the NBA was great, Kobe Bryant was on those teams with the Lakers, playing against Jordan early in his career and all that stuff. So yeah, it's sad, but unfortunately it happened when we're trying to give us good news what's going on here in town. Alright, we're going to wrap up this video real quick here, and hopefully see what happens when July rolls around. Okay, while Angie's over on the computer, we're going to wrap up this video. All the information and links involving the RAGBRAI, if you're a bicyclist and if you're interested in it, we'll try to have the links down below. Alright? We'll go ahead and wrap up this video. Please like, share, subscribe. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, notification bell. Unfortunately, it ended on a sour note about the NBA superstar, but it is what it is. Hey, it happens. It's life. It's not fair, but we'll see what happens. Alright, we'll see you guys tomorrow.